cause and facts done. I also have another theory. Well, wait. So this week we are finally reading Shield of Sparrows and Rites of the Starling. Yay! I feel like I've been putting them off because I don't want to get into another unfinished series. But here we are, nonetheless. So I am very excited to be reading these. Everyone has been obsessing about this all over TikTok and all over everywhere. And I just don't want to be spoiled. And I low-key want to be part of this conversation. And also I joined some book clubs in Fable and then reading it on there, on 2 of them. So I don't know, it just felt like it was calling to me. I just wanted to read it. Feels like I'm setting up myself for failure here because 2 massive fantasy books in 1 week seems like not doable, but we are gonna try. Without further ado, here's the blog. Hi, so I'm on chapter 4. I have been reading a little bit. I thought I wanted to go into it blindly because I didn't want to get spoiled. But now I kind of want to know what I'm getting myself into and like understand a little bit what is this about. So here it says it is a slow burn adult high fantasy romance about an overlooked princess named Odessa. She's unexpectedly forced into an arranged marriage to a foreign prince, plunging her into a dangerous monster-infested land where she must navigate political intrigue, unravel secrets, and fall for a bodyguard. So political intrigue, foreign prince, arranged marriage, and slow-born romantasy. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? We'll see. This is a full spoilers blog, by the way, which I don't think anyone's gonna care because it feels like everyone has read it except of me, so hi, so I haven't done an update in Shield of Sparrows for a while. I am in 61% of the book, exactly in the part when they're in trio, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm exactly on when he bows to her. Yeah. When he's like, wait, Odessa, thank you for saving those children. He put both hands over his heart and bowed. This man. Then he slipped into his treehouse, closing the door. So I don't know what to do because I don't understand anything. I have so many questions and I'm in 60% of the book, which is insane. I know that that's probably the point, but I want to maybe reread the whole book, like go back to page 1 and like highlight. Why do I do this to myself? Like highlight with specific colors the theories that it might be.
Like, for example, if it has to do with like magic or the vultures or the monsters or all that, or like the green blood thing, I can underline it in green. If it has something to do with her magic and her childhood and all that, I can underline it in pink or like purple. I don't know. I don't know what I should do.
Or like, should I not reread the whole thing and like this is the part of the book experience and just embrace that? Why do I have to like figure out everything before it happens? Maybe I'll just read and calm down. But my brain is so like conflicted. I'm gonna go back to page 1 and see everything that I have highlighted and then I'm gonna put that in the theory wall. The twin sons. Then the kingdoms. We obviously know most about Quintessentura. We don't know who is queen. Then we got Xavier Wolf and then we got maybe the Guardian. But I guess he is first in line because I feel like he's older and he's younger. Then we have the Vosters. So they manipulate air, water, and blood. Who would have thought? The Vosters are evil. But like maybe they're not, and that's the plot twist. Like that's what they want us to believe. Are they humans who inherited the magic, or are they something else entirely? Like, are they magic within themselves? he is sworn to protect her. So that's why I feel like he's the one that gave his blood in the Shield of Sparrows signing situation. And he pulled a vial of his blood from his pocket. She survived Finecta's powder, and he survived the Lysavide when they shouldn't have. So I feel like they have both like the same magic when she like knows more about this power and magic that she has, or she can feel, or she can wield. But whatever, and then the pendant's gonna help her control it or something. So that's why I put Odessa next to the monsters. Let's delete this. Had it altered the magic in Calandra's very soul that gave people the starburst at birth, because the guardian's eyes changed color all the time depending on his moods. Also, guys, she survived against all odds. Lisa feels the same as the blood of someone poisoned with Finecta's powder. Like Lisa, it's alchemy, not magic. Before going out for breakfast, I'm gonna be reading for like an hour. I'm currently on like 74% of the book. We are finally getting some answers. I'm really loving it so far. It's such a good book and addictive. Like you like a page turner. You just want to keep reading. You just want to know what happens next. I feel like Devoney Perry's really good with like building up tension, building up like the slow burn of the romance, building up tension for the rest of the characters, for the plot. It's very interesting. Where is she gonna take this? But so far is really good. So just we'll keep on reading and see what happens. I want to review some of the quotes that I've highlighted so far. I want to just go back and watch this video and remember all these moments, okay? Was that one of the Guardian's powers? Could he read minds? Well, if he could read mine, go away please and thank you.
Not her.
Margot, excuse me? Her. Guardian's eyes flicked in my direction. But I loved how she described her encounter between this brother Dime and Odessa when she's all wet and trying to sneak into the castle, and he just like, you know, grabs all that water. Her father's also... Why did the jackass act like he was in charge of this disaster? Mourning my queen. Even if I found my way into Alisaria, I'd never live in Quentis again, would I? That room on the 4th floor with the narrow balcony was no longer mine. So I took in every detail, memorized every tower and spire until the boat lurched, and the men shouted and we were drifting away. Cute. Only one person remained on the docks as we sailed out of Russell Bay. Jocelyn's mother. She kept waving. She never stopped. So I looked to my cliffside. I expected to find it empty. That is kind of sad, even though we all hate Banner. Welcome aboard the cutter, Odessa Wolf. The crew just swabbed. Try not to hurl on the deck, my queen. Every time he says my queen, I'm like on my knees. The men in my life didn't smirk. Father scowled. Banner would never lower himself to anything so unrefined. Ugh, I hate you. Didn't want to try those clothes I left you this morning? You came into my room. The door was locked. Was it my mistake? I actually do kind of loved Xavier too. I feel like the boat situation, the boat chapters were the best so far. Like everything's fine, everyone's happy, everyone's like changing a new adventure, everything's happy. Oh, here it is. Screech rang out and the Marrow wheel dove into the water, abandoning the ship. So it's like kind of unlikely. And then they encounter one. No, like the Marrow wheel literally goes to their boat to attack them. Like it goes to them. As if it knew that Odessa was in that boat. I love how the Guardian is so frustrated with her. He's always like, damn it, Cross. Swim. Damn it, Cross. Climb. I'm too obsessed with this book. Like I need to do other things. Not all monsters are born from the gods, my queen. Some of us were made. Or maybe only when she's too close to him, or like touching him, or, you know, something is when he can read minds, or like he can sense it. It's giving Satan Ryerson. Or if he can read intentions. Oh, also when Xavier tells him, you realize she's gonna try to kill you, like, if you arm her. I'm like, is the guardian the prince? I see you got my delivery. Stop breaking into my room. What's that word you like so much? No. You need a shave. Do I, my queen? No one believed in me. That really hit harder than it should have. Need help with your hair? Do you mind? Not at all. The dark green blood seeping from its slit throat of the grizzer. And I wrote a note that said male. As if I was so brilliant for figuring that out. When I was 13, a scullery maid poisoned me with phenectos powder. To my knowledge, the doctor still didn't know how I'd survived the potion. Just imagine, there's a scene where Kathleen gives Odessa some books, and she goes to her room, opens her skylight to see the stars and read. Like, what sounds more perfect than that? Oh, take me to Trill. And having the guardian as next door neighbor. Is it next door? Next street? Also have like a community laundry, an infirmary, a little library, the dining hall. Oh, no. This version fit too. A wild, fearless boy with holes in his knees of his pants and a carefree smile. I love that they don't kill all monsters, just like the ones that have Lisa. At this point, I'd settle for a pat on the back. King Ramsay of Torah, my father-in-law. That he is, I feel. Apparently the only person in Calandra that Telia feared was Mariette. Evangeline, I turned expecting to see a woman as beautiful as her name, but instead there was a little girl. No, she's so cute. The guardian was still at the tavern, smiling and laughing with the blonde. Fuck you. I don't feel strong, yet you are. For answers, salvation, mercy. I hate you. Yes, you do, don't forget. Never. And that massive wall and its soldiers kept them all safe. It kept Evie safe. From everything but trouble of her own making. She's my favorite. My queen demanded a sword. My queen demanded a sword. Are you coming with us, Cross? Des, can I sleep with you tonight? Evie is just the best fucking character. Period. And she's 4 years old. What are you doing out here, honing your spy skills? There were no skills to hone. After I was beaten after the fever, I felt different. I was at a tavern. I met a woman.
We danced on the beach, and we kissed on the beach, and ...
What? ...
That's what they did in the olden days.
Good, that's great. I'm sure your future wife will be glad you can. ...
Oh my god!
Odessa, you asked for my name. My name is Ransom. Samuel Hay. Legend Tamer. What? The amount of times that they want to tell her something and then they stop. Like, it's getting annoying. We're so far down the book and we know nothing. Is that why you won't look at me because you're relieved? What if I was yours? I saw you in Rosla on the cliffside. Who did you exchange vows with, Odessa? I knew it. I knew she had married him. Not all of it. You've always been my queen. No, shut up. Stop. Well, close enough. I thought it was a brother. The name Ransom, I don't like it. And as you hurried into the castle dripping wet, I couldn't turn my eyes away. No. Ugh. She's not my daughter. She's my sister. Wait, what? Evie is Ramsay's daughter. What? Have I met her before? Oh my god, is it Kathleen? Is it Kathleen? That's why he's burning her books. And like, Luella would be too obvious because she's her tutor. Oh! I'm sure she's the cure. I'm sure. From the monsters with claws and the monsters with crowns. My father's not a monster. Shut up, Odessa. He wants to kill the Brotherhood. He wants to end magic. Like, no one can kill Buster, right? Oh, she literally says the same thing. How did I not figure that out? That the Buster live in Alisaria. We don't know where Alisaria is. We don't know where Buster live. Oh, you can only enter by a blood oath. And 1 + 1 was not adding 2 in my brain. I feel stupid with this book. Who is it? Kathleen or Luella? Who do you think it is? Run, Odessa, run. Every monster and elder hunting me down. Can you imagine that? The priest wielding ice. Badass. Is she a Buster? But I feel like their powers are gonna be similar. Why did she run towards the Buster only to like trip and fall? Is beyond me. Like, what? Everything on that scene could have been avoided. The one-eyed werewolf, like all these animals that are infected, I feel like he is patient 0. Because he seems to be the one to do it on purpose. He seems to be coordinating the other beasts, if that makes sense. She was Savior's as he was hers. Mindless, crazed monsters shouldn't have had the intelligence to coordinate such an attack. Exactly my point. Ransom's here. Ransom's okay. Who is your mother, child? But before I step into my grave, my choice is you. It has to happen now. Something has to happen. Okay. Finally. I swore to serve my king. The blood's gonna be green. Kill her. So now we know that Lisa is being created in Alisaria, right? Luella swept into my room. How didn't I thought of this? The way she knew exactly how long the bruises would take to heal. So I am at 87% of the book, so almost finished. I also need to be updating my mind map because all these plot twists changed literally everything. So yeah, I'll be back. Guys, I'm ready to go, more or less. Say you'll find me again, then you have to come back to me or I'll hate you forever. You already hate me. Yes, I do. Don't forget. Never. Guys, I don't think I can do this. Because I've seen a lot of people saying that book 2 doesn't go the way they want it to. And like, what if he dies? I'm done. I'll continue tomorrow. So last night I slept at 2 a.m. I was finishing... Hi, so last night I slept at 2 a.m. I was finishing Shield of Sparrows and I started book 2. I'm so tired. I didn't get far on book 2 because on chapter 3 they threw at us a completely new character, like a completely new character's POV, like an entire different world. So I was like, okay, I'm too tired for this shit. So I postponed it to today, and I already made like a little mind map because I was not understanding anything. Like, I just keep making mind maps with this book because it's so complicated. I feel so sad that Evie doesn't know that Xavier is actually alive. A little frustrated. Mostly because we're not gonna see the Guardian, like Ransom, at all, maybe, in this book. So he's gonna be in Quentis for this whole book. She was gonna travel in, like, Calandra until they reach Quentis. But, like, what if they don't? What if they take a boat and they take her to Ken? Maybe also because Caspia keeps dreaming of him, so like, stay away. Is there Buster in Ken? I have so many questions. we started chapter 3 strong, you know, with all these questions. Also, I'm right at the part where Damon, that he's the one from the story. The monster gave my father his claw. He wore it like this around his neck. He never felt sick. He never felt pain. He gave it to me the day he decided to take his place in the shade.
Gala, Lucky, ven.
So apparently the Starling is a species that can shapeshift, and they shift into swifts, which is like the crooks. So the reason, you know, at the end of book 1 they were like, I've killed crooks before and they never turned into a human, I guess that's because they were actually just swifts and not starlings. Both of them are in Roslo now. It's only a matter of time. Oh my god. So I'm just about to start part 3. You know how when you get out of the shower you get all these ideas? So what I'm thinking is that Caspia's mom left the continent and she had Odessa, but she couldn't get out of there because of this thing that happens to the starlings when they step foot in Calandra, that they become aggressive or something. So I also have another theory. Well, wait. Obviously Emery had Lisa because when the Guardian killed it, green blood came out. I'm pretty sure it did. What happened to Sandra when she changed into a Barry Wolf, and like then she couldn't change back. So they had symptoms as if they had Lisa, but they also never got bitten. She heals, she can hear everything. On that same theory, I think that one-eyed Barry Wolf it's a starling. But is it a female? Because starlings are only females. It has to be someone else. Maybe it's Odessa's mom? What if she just one day turned into a wolf and disappeared? The one-eyed Barry Wolf is a woman starling, and it started Lisa. When the snake bit the woman burned it and said every poison has its antidote or something like that. So the cure is in the starling blood. The cure is in the starlings something. Maybe the blood. And then she changed, and that's when the father found out, and that's why, or she wanted to change, and before she did, the father had to kill her, and that's why he has always kind of not been attached to Odessa, because he knows that she can change too and that she's a starling. She was always dressed in gray, her hair brown, because if someone else knew about the starling, the father didn't want anyone to know that Odessa was one of them. Right? That's my theory. I hate him, and I don't know why I still keep thinking that he's not that bad. But that would be a good reason. Or even, because I started thinking that because when she arrived and she has breakfast with Margot, she says like, oh, your hair looks lovely, and she sounds like sad. Her being jealous seems like too easy. And Caspia has visions. Maybe the mom had visions. It was the mom's journal, and she had visions about Odessa, and she wrote them down, and about this journey that she was going to go on. And then Luella found it, translated, created Lisa, and now here we are. Oh my god, I just remember this. The aunt, Olena or whatever, the Queen of Ken of Netflix. Interesting, I want them to meet already. I'm excited, I'll be back when I know. In our reading club that I'm in, they also keep saying that Caspia is Odessa's mom. The timelines would match up. I don't get it. I don't think that's it. Also, what's up with Jody? Or that guy? Why? Like, it's okay that he's in love with her, but why does it keep coming up in her brain? Like, oh, I'm gonna miss the Mavins, and oh, I'm gonna blah blah blah, and like Jody said this. Why in her brain she's still thinking about that man? Evie is my favorite character in this book. The old language. Wait, what? The way he's like, for the starling. Guys, so Alore's theory is that so if she mixes the elixir with the Tarking saliva, it will create Lisa. That was Luella's theory, right? Then the other extreme would be that she mixes the elixir with herself and nothing should happen, right? The Guardian's saliva, she says she doesn't know. But I have another theory. This theory they have not considered because the Barry Wolf that bit him, I think, was a Starling. Mixed with the elixir will be the cure, I feel like. So that's why I think that she is a cure. They're here. They're in Quentis. And Xavier is alive. Cause and Faxton. I think she's Caspian. We are officially done with this reading blog. It felt like it took me ages to complete. As you know, in Mexico, May 10 is Mother's Day, so we've just been busy. But anyways, we did it. We're here. Let me tell you, they were amazing. You saw both endings had me crying, bawling my eyes out. It was a really, really great experience. I had not felt that about characters in such a long time. Shield of Sparrows is more about chosen family. As you know, she gets married off to this prince, so she meets all these people, bonds and makes relationships with them, and I really, really enjoyed all these side character build up. It was amazing. I also loved the intrigue and the questions and all that mystery. So book 1 is about this chosen family. It's a slow burn of the romance. It's a slow build up of the universe, and like she literally knows nothing about politics, nothing about what's going on in the continent, nothing about her father's plans, nothing about her mother. She knows nothing, just like us, for the entire book, you know, until like 70% of the book. So that was okay because she really built up that structure perfectly where it kept you engaged. The stakes are really high, so it really does keep you invested in the story. You know, we get all the answers at the end. We all sobbed, we all cried, and then you start book 2 and you're thinking it's the continuation of book 1. It felt like a completely different book, like you didn't even read book 1. Just because another character's POV, which is Caspia's, gets thrown into the narration. So I really love the way that she guided us throughout all the, you know, Odessa's and Caspia's journey, because I don't know, it just makes the ending hit so hard. Yeah, book 2 felt a little bit more like found family. I feel like book 3 is gonna be, you know, when it happens. I really loved also Devony Perry's narration, but the one that I remember most vividly because of how she described it is all the moments and the journey that they had with Brother Score. You know, when Brother Score takes Odessa into this waterfall and tunnels, and like she describes of the mountain having blue veins. I feel like Rites of the Starling, it's a book that's meant to be reread, not just to pick up on all the breadcrumbs that were left for book 3, but also just to understand it. Like, since you get all the answers in the end, I feel like you need to reread it just to know what some things were about, you know? So I'm planning to do that, but just closer to next year when book 2 is going to be published. Not now anyways. I'm really hoping that Cause and Faxon have like more page time. How do you say that? Like screen time, but page time. they make me so emotional. I don't know why. Something so sweet about that, and the fact that they remember Caspian. But yeah, I'm really excited for the next book. The release date is gonna be March 9, 2027, so until next year. I really don't want to know anything else about this saga until that moment, because my brain is gonna eat me alive with all these questions. Just like Onyx Storm, like all these theories coming up and everything. Like, I really don't want to read any theories. Nothing. But yeah, you should definitely read them. They're amazing books. Next week we're gonna be reading The Ascended for the first time, so be sure to watch that video as well. Thank you so much for watching this one, and see you next time.